This is Beyond Stars Productions. Hello and welcome to Star Power and Everything podcast. This week we're talking musicals. Jack, don't sing. Jack, don't do it. Okay, good. Joining me is Jack again.
My place is here. I fight with you.
Also joining us is Oliver Smith, known as Dr. Morgenstern to some people. And also Nat, who has something in the background.
Yes, I have a gremlin in the corner of my screen.
I'm not allowed to speak.
They said while speaking. So it will mostly be Nat, but Cat's kind of just there.
Here for comedy effect.
Yeah.
Like a mouse in the walls. Anyway.
Too soon.
Anyway, shall we go straight into the questions? Because I'll be honest, you guys are probably definitely more into musicals than me. Need I mention the incident with the last musical, which I didn't know fuck all about? And that ended up as a whole thing. I've only seen very few musicals, like Greatest Showman. I just watched Frozen on Broadway today, which Chef's Kiss. I've seen bits of Hairspray. I've not really seen that many. So you guys are going to be carrying this a lot. So straight into question one. What was your first musical? Where did you start with them? Jack, you kick things off.
I got sort of like two answers with this really, because I was very much sort of like aware of musicals like a genre because of like Disney films in particular. I mean, I really remember like watching The Lion King VHS like a lot as a kid and really loving the songs in that. But in terms of my first musical, it was probably like when I realized, oh, this isn't just a Disney thing, was when I started going to stage school in primary school. And ended up in a production of Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat. I played one of the brothers in that. Later, I played Joseph himself, though, which was a massive, massive thing for me in year 7. I got all the girls, as you can imagine. Not. But the first one I remember seeing in the theatre actually was, circling back to, The Lion King. As part of the theatre school I was going to just on the weekend, there was a trip up to see the brand new Lion King production in the West End, and it quite literally changed my life because although I'd been in a couple and I'd seen, like I say, you know, VHSs of Disney movies, to actually be there in the theatre with these amazing puppets and costumes and sets which they use in that production particularly, I was, despite being like 7, 8 years old, was absolutely blown away. And I mean, I still adore musicals now. It all comes from that, really.
Excellent answer. Not a fan of Lion King myself, but from what I have seen of it, like the actual stage production is beautiful. I think if I did actually go see the Broadway, I would probably actually enjoy it.
There are some added songs to it, which absolutely just is already, I feel like the score that Elton John did in the original cartoon is very, very good. But the additional songs they put in particular, He Lives in You and Shadowlands, are just chef's kiss. So yeah, I think I recommend the soundtrack of My Mouth Star.
Okay. Nat, what about you?
I used to watch a lot of musicals like as a kid. I remember watching Sound of Music a lot, and then Camp Rock as a younger teen was on repeat all the time. And then for some reason, I convinced myself that I hated musicals, and I swore them off for like 3-4 years. And I was like, I hate them with my whole being. And my friend convinced me that I needed to watch one called The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, because he was like, this is so you have to watch it. And I watched it, and I was like, oh my God, I love musicals. And yeah, so then the first one I like properly saw on stage was Hamilton, but I saw a lot as a kid.
Sorry, Hamilton was your first one you saw on.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like that's like walking into a restaurant having your first meal and it's like Thermidor fucking lobster or something. Like, oh my Christ.
It was amazing. I don't think I saw anything before that because they're like so expensive. And so the first time I like actually had the money to go see something was Hamilton.
That's another one I need to watch. I've seen bits of it. It is on my list. I do like some of the songs. What's the one where it's it was a TikTok trend a while ago.
You're gonna need to be very
The room where it happened.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. No, I had a whole phase with that one particular song and still hadn't seen the rest of it.
Yeah, I had that with My Shot. Before I'd ever watched Hamilton, I listened to My Shot on repeat, and it made its way into my playlists. And then I saw Hamilton, and I was like, oh my God, wait, that's that song I've been listening to for years.
We found Hamilton in a very strange way because we were big fans of Dear Evan Hansen. The music in that is absolutely gorgeous. And we were listening to it the week after our son Theo was born, right? We were listening to it in the car on the way back from an outing, and it cut to Dear Theodosia from Hamilton. Like the playlist ended for Dear Evan Hansen and cut to that. And we sat there in the car just like, oh my God, it's Dear Theodosia. We've just had our baby Theo, and it sums up so perfectly, sort of so succinctly what it feels like to be a parent. Like that unconditional love you feel just in a song. And it was like, oh wow. And then we fell in love with Hamilton after that. So yeah. Oh.
That song's so underrated.
Oh, it makes me cry every time I've seen Hamilton on stage twice now, and obviously watched the Disney Plus Pro Cut a million times. Every time crying because it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful shit.
Ollie, what about you?
So I think one of the earliest ones I can remember watching on screen was definitely Mamma Mia.
Here we go again.
Family absolutely loved that. I remember me and my family, we all went like opening weekend of the second one. I remember that second Mamma Mia film led to 3 months of torment because people found another mid-white man who I looked like. People were like, oh my God, you look like the young version of Harry. Thanks. He's the least attractive of the three, though. Oh, thanks. So that was magnificent. But yeah, no, one of the earliest ones I can remember going and seeing on stage was Shrek the Musical, which my mum and dad always have their favourite story, which was we went to see it and we were stood outside the theatre and we were like, doesn't this look great? And I said, yeah. And my sister said, yeah. And they said, wouldn't you like to see it? I said, yeah. My sister said, yeah. And they said, guess what? We're going to see it now. I broke down in tears because I wanted to go and walk around London instead. We did end up going and seeing Shrek, though, and it was absolutely brilliant. But, of course, I remember we went on one of the days where it was Amanda Holden who was playing Fiona, but she was sick, and so it was her understudy that was in, which to this day I still think Amanda Holden owes me a performance as Fiona in Shrek, but, you know, we'll have to see what happens.
I'm trying to think what my first musical was. I think it probably was Greatest Showman. If we're not counting Disney movies, I think it was Greatest Showman because I remember Andrew, who was on in the Marvel pod, he said I should watch it because Hugh Jackman was in it. I was like, okay, why else should I watch it? And then he told me about the song "This Is Me," and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Watched it. "This Is Me" is a great song. Wasn't the one to hook me on, From now on was the kicker for me. That ending.
The best song. It is the best song in the musical.
And there's a train. Autism points for the roof.
Yes. Yes.
I remember when that movie came out, and I looked it up because I was like interested, and then I was like, "Oh, let's read more about P.T. Barnum." And
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Look, The Greatest Showman's great. It's not accurate history.
yeah,
It's a lovely film, but that man's a fictional character who happens to have the same name.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
let's face it, we're
infinitely
Doctor
hotter.
Who fans. We're used to that sort of trend, like with characters being or historical figures being portrayed in a better light than what they may have been in real life. So, I accept Greatest Showman for that.
yeah.
One day, I'm going to have a pod that doesn't mention Doctor Fucking Who. I'm back in the fucking building!
What do you expect? Come on now.
One day, I just want one day.
I shall have a podcast where I do not reference Doctor Who. Yes.
To those just listening, I'm holding a hammer and I know where Jack lives. I'm
You'll
in
never
Scotland and
find
he's
me,
in Wales,
though.
so there's I've already destroyed your Lego. Anyway.
I don't think there's a person on this call that doesn't know where I live. So,
For the benefit of the podcast, Jack lives there.
God, I can't believe I'm being doxxed on a musical podcast.
Jack lives in a house. Anyway, question 2. We've all talked about what that first one for us was. Say someone turned up and was like, hey, I want to try a musical. What's the one you're going to recommend? Bear in mind, this person has never seen a musical in their life. I don't know what they were doing with their life, but they have never seen one.
It's a tough one, this one. I did struggle reading this question, and I did go towards, okay, if this is someone that's never seen like a musical before, maybe you want to go for a IP, like an established IP that has a musical based on it. I've not seen the Back to the Future musical, but
It's
what I
amazing.
really love. What was that story, Ollie? Huh?
It's amazing.
Oh, see, I'm excited. I want to see it. I really do. It's
I
just,
cried.
Okay, you're selling me now.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of my picks, but now, hell yeah, you're selling me on it. I want to see it now. But I think like something like that would be good. I'm going for the Beetlejuice musical because that's something which I think transcends and is, in my opinion, just my opinion, believe me, I think it's superior to the original product. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the original Beetlejuice movie. But I think that the musical itself is phenomenal, down to the music, down to the comedy they add into it, down to the casting, the original as well. It is fantastic. Other than that, in terms of accessibility, I definitely go to look at like Star Kids catalog. Nat already mentioned the guy who didn't like musicals, and they've got a catalog of just phenomenal musicals which are all accessible through YouTube. So yeah, I go along those lines, I think. Yeah.
I'd go Star Kid as well, because they've got so many that are like free and proper shots of it, like the guy who didn't like musicals, which is incredible. They've got so many on YouTube that are so good. But also just Hamilton, which is very in the. But I've shown it to so many people. I've been over people's for an evening. I've been like, right, you've never seen a musical before. We're gonna watch Hamilton. I did that with my granddad. He hated it. I fear the rap wasn't for him, but yeah.
Fair. I think it is quite good to give people, if they're fair getting into musical, it is good to give them one they can just sit at home and watch, especially because of how pricey musicals can be.
Yeah.
They're definitely worth it, but at the same time, you're like, oh, you want to watch a musical? Here's one that's going to empty your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie, what one will you recommend to newbies?
So, for me personally, I have to go with arguably the musical, the one, the only, Singing in the Rain. It's an absolute classic. It's timeless. It's wonderful. You've got Gene Kelly, who arguably is the musical actor. It's massively well regarded, and it's such a great one. It covers a really interesting part in film history. It goes into cinema going from silent film into talkies, and genuinely, it has some of the most iconic imagery, songs of all time. Like the song "Singing in the Rain," the amount of stuff that's parodied it and referenced it. You've even got like robots in the 21st century where there's a whole sequence that is just singing in the rain. And genuinely, it's under 2 hours long. It's a really easy thing that you can just put on and watch. And yeah, I genuinely think that you almost can't top Singing in the Rain, because not only is it really good, but it has this long-lasting cultural impact that's lasted over 70 years.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones I've watched and remember that it kind of gave me it gave me one of those warm, cozy feelings.
Mm.
Like a classic episode of a science fiction TV program. Or a movie of said science.
I gotta say, I think both Nat and Oliver's picks there are fantastic. Like Hamilton, I cannot tell you the hype I felt in 2020 when they were like, "Oh no!" Because before this, there was this big chatter online about that they did a pro cut, which was unlike any other pro cut they'd ever done before. It was this mythical, amazing pro cut that was like in a vault somewhere, and then it was bought by Disney, and they were going to release it to theaters. And then COVID happened, and they went, "Do you know what? People are at home; they need something good. We're going to put it on Disney Plus." And everyone was just like losing their absolute shit, because it was the original cast doing it, who were this like mythical cast. If you've managed to see that cast doing it on Broadway in 2015, it was like the holy grail, right? So that's a phenomenal pick. And Singing in the Rain, I mean, like Ollie said, it's one that is just unbeatable, just from that era and that time of like movie musicals. It's just superb, it's sublime, it's wholesome. It gives me ideas of things like High Society as well, which is Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra, which is another one I absolutely love. Oliver doesn't love it so much apparently because he just crashed out.
But you say that wasn't your Lego set. For context, Ollie's been building Lego.
Yeah, I just dropped my charger because I saw my laptop was losing charge quick. So I was like, oh crap, better grab that.
I'm glad you were so prepared for this podcast.
Can I throw two more out very quickly just to say?
Yeah, no, by all means.
Okay, so Wizard of Oz, because it is
yes,
and let's face it, Friends of Dorothy love it, and oh god, and The Sound of Music as well, just because. Again, if not just brilliant musicals, also just brilliant films, which you can get anywhere now. So yeah,
I'd also recommend Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. It's a classic. It's Marilyn Monroe, and it's genuinely such an entertaining movie, and yeah, it's one of the ones I really love. I do love modern musicals as well. I realise I've referenced stuff mostly from like the 50s and 60s.
Don't worry, we've got a nice kind of range of all different musicals here, which is lovely because that we've got such a big variety to cover.
Yeah, recent stuff I'd say La La Land. That's a top tier one. Absolutely brilliant. It's a modern classic, and then I'd also really say I'd say A Star Is Born, and I'd even go as far as saying the most recent one is one of the most brilliant takes on it. I think Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga are absolutely phenomenal throughout.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one. There was nothing about me.
Yeah.
Ash.
I'm putting a laugh track in there. That was actually funny. Anyway.
For context, Star made a joke.
Yes, I think they... You're fired. Anyway, we've talked a bit about movie musicals, and we've talked a bit about stage musicals. Let's move on to a question for you, which kind of sort of compares them. What are like the pros and cons of a movie musical versus a stage one? Obviously, the difference, kind of the main key difference being there's people in front of you and there's a screen in front of you.
This one's tough because most of the ones I think of are usually originally West End or Broadway musicals first. But thinking about it, I did suddenly remember the Muppets. The fucking Muppets. Like, oh my God. How good are the Muppet movies? And like thinking of things like Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Treasure Island, the 2013, I want to say, Muppet movie?
I think it was 2013.
Was that Oliver?
2011.
2011, sorry, 2011. The one with Am I a Man or Am I a Muppet? You know? Just, they're fantastic movie musicals. But, I mean, I can't not mention The Greatest Showman as well, obviously. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not that big a fan of the story of The Greatest Showman. I feel that the story itself like lulls a bit and maybe isn't quite as interesting as the soundtrack. But the soundtrack, which is, you know, it's done by the pedigree of the composers that did Dear Evan Hansen and La La Crocodile. So two other musicals that Dear Evan Hansen definitely more well known than La La Crocodile. But still, it's, you know, they got a fantastic pedigree. They do a fantastic soundtrack, and the songs make you feel something. Like at the end of the day, that's what a musical is aiming to do, to get you to feel something, to touch your heart in some sort of way. And I mean, you already spoke about Star, how, you know, From Now On is so important for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only echo that because it is just phenomenal, the soundtrack to that.
The warmth and hope and frankly joy that it gives me. Like, that is the one that, like, if you put a song on, I could probably sit down and ignore most of the songs. I could vibe to them, I'd be happy. But if that comes on, you bet your fucking ass I'm standing up and belting it with all the wrong notes. Nat, what about you? What do you think the pros and cons of movie musicals versus stage/Broadway is?
I think, like, I mean, obviously going to see a stage one is such a great, amazing experience. But like we've already said, they're so expensive. The movie ones are like a lot more accessible because of the price and because, you know, a lot of stuff like Beetlejuice being like only on Broadway and that, like if you're not in America, you can't go and see it. And so, you know, when they bring stuff to the movie, it makes it a lot better, a lot easier to watch in places if you're not there. But then they tend to cut out songs when they do adaptations, which is always really annoying. Or like when they did, what was it? What am I thinking of? The Mean Girls musical, and they slowed right down one of the songs, and everyone got so angry about it because it didn't have the same energy.
I know the exact one. Yeah. I can't even stop when she touches it. Yeah. And I saw a snake eat a cow.
Yeah, and everyone was so angry about that. I thought it was fine, but then we did also see it on stage, and it was a lot, you know.
After an 11-hour flight.
Yeah, it was a bold choice for sure. We were falling asleep, but it was an excellent musical.
I'm sure our review of the musical was slightly altered by that, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, we thought it was excellent because we were delirious and there were shapes and colours. But yeah, I want them to keep making more like movie adaptations because it means you can actually watch stuff if you can't get to where they're being on stage.
I want the Beetlejuice one because, like you say, it was just in Broadway. And look, I'm just saying, if they ever bring it to the West End, I can do a really good Beetlejuice voice. So
I love the new songs. I really want them to bring it to West End. I was so mad when we went to America in February because Beetlejuice was touring, and Beetlejuice was playing for a week in the exact area we were staying in, but it left just before we arrived, literally like 2 days before we arrived. I was so mad because I wanted to see it so desperately.
So it's such a good musical. It's so brilliant. I could talk about the Beetlejuice musical for hours, but I will. I'll be quiet now, so all I can speak.
I mean, I'd always go for stage over film. However, there are obviously some cons with stage. You know, you are very much at the mercy of the night that you go on, whether or not everything hits right. Whereas a film, you know, that's been recorded time and time again until they get it absolutely perfect. Same with seating. If you don't get some like great seats, you can miss on like some really subtle facial expressions from the actors that can really sell certain scenes. Whereas a camera with the film, the camera's been shoved right up in their face, so you can't miss them. But yeah, no, it's. I think there is a real problem with musical theatre nowadays having become really exclusive, and in my opinion, musicals should be accessible to everyone. I genuinely think that there is such a pure, unadulterated joy that can be found from musicals. And I think, you know, it should be accessible to everyone because, you know, music shapes the world around us. Music can change the world. And it's one of those things that is timeless, that is boundless, that reaches everyone. And, you know, music is a pure expression of joy. It's you know, it's the song of the soul, and I think a musical captures, you know, these songs, they capture emotion and stuff in the way that dialogue can't. And I think there is a real problem with exclusivity at theatres now, because a lot of people are being priced out, and I personally think that's fair. You know, someone can work really hard, work a 40-hour week, and can only afford something in the top ring where their view is partially obscured by a pillar. And that's ridiculous, because these sort of things should be accessible for everyone. And it raises a great point, obviously, Evita on the West End at the moment. A lot of people have been complaining because they've gone and paid to get tickets, and they're like, why do we have to watch, you know, the main song of the show on a screen? And you don't get the point then. The point of it is she's not singing to the rich people who have elevated her onto this platform. She's singing to the people down below. That's why she goes out on the balcony. That's why she sings to the people in the streets, because that is who the song is for. And it's such a beautiful thing that all you need to do to see, you know, the song in Evita, and the best song, is to just buy a train ticket or whatever down to London and just be stood out in the street when Rachel Ziegler goes out on the balcony. And you get that pure, joyous feeling of theatre without having to pay an extortionate ticket price. And I think that's a really beautiful thing.
It's a shame, and the reality is that it's not just musical theatre, it's theatre in general. It has that massive issue. And it's so annoying when you look historically at theatre and the idea of music being, you know, traveling companies, what have you, putting on shows for the people in different towns. It was always for the people, wasn't it? And now that's sort of been lost a bit, where it's become much more classist, which is a massive shame, massive issue, you know?
Yeah, because Six was meant to be showing both at Aberdeen and Inverness, and I really wanted to see it because I do know some of the songs, and I was like, well, if I'm going to actually see a musical in person, this might be a good one. And just the price, I cannot afford that right now. Which is leads me on to why I'm really glad to see stuff like what Disney's doing with Frozen Broadway musical and Hamilton and stuff like that. I think that's good. It doesn't capture the full experience. From my understanding, there's a certain magic from watching it all live. Even if they fluff something, it's still kind of magical because you're seeing all that pure hard work unfold right in front of you.
I will always be a bigger advocate of like pro cuts to a musical. Like because if nothing else, you're not adapting the show in the same sense. You are, particularly with Hamilton, they give you the best seat in the house that you wouldn't even have in the actual theatre, which I think is really, really cool. And you see the musical as it's intended, which is fantastic, which I think is really, really great. I'm really excited for seeing the sixth one, which is out now. Hadestown has a pro shot coming out soon with the original cast, which, having just seen that recently, that's been my Spotify for the past few months because it's just phenomenal as well. I can't wait to see the pro cut for that. I think I'll always go to a pro cut as opposed to a movie musical, but I do still like them, especially when I've Googled and looked at a few of them now. Things like Prince of Egypt, a Goofy Movie, Coco, and those are the sort of ones I love. I'm less an enjoyer of the adaptations, but I know we come onto that later with a later question, so I'm going to put a pin in that now.
Yes. Hold your horses. Okay, we shall move on to what musical do you kind of really relate to, or more specifically, a song from musical, which I can say very clearly for me is Monster from the Frozen Broadway musical, because fuck me, that hits hard. Don't point at me.
I wasn't pointing at you, I was pointing at Kat.
Okay, good. It's hard to tell on the Zoom call. You need to kind of point in the corner. There we go.
Kat's down there. So
yeah, but for me, it needs to be up.
I'm like Usher on that. Did you ever see that Zoom back in the day where Usher thought he was going to be in the center, like in the corner? He's going up, side.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, back to the point. I really relate to Monster from Frozen. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's probably my connection to Elsa, because I think I've talked about this before somewhere. That Elsa kind of was the thing that made me come out. Like that's what made me question my gender. I guess I really let it go there. What about you guys? What's that one song that's stuck with you? I'm going to go. Jack, I'm going to hold on to you. I'm going to go to Nat because I'm curious to what the fuck was going on up there.
Kat had me pointed out because she was having a giggle and a side eye at me because I asked her this before the call. I said, what do you think I relate to most? And she went, well, you have to say Book of Mormon.
Oh dear.
And I was like, irritatingly, you're right. That is
bang on
for relating. That one does hit it.
This was the aforementioned musical that I fucking knew nothing about. And it ended in a train wreck.
It was very good, and it hit a lot of my religious upbringing.
Trauma's fun, isn't it, Nat? Trauma's fun.
What?
The trauma is fun, isn't it?
It is.
Save trauma for another podcast.
The Trauma Podcast.
I mean, we are an everything podcast. Trauma could theoretically be a topic. Jack, what's the song that speaks to you?
The Internet is for Porn from Avenue Q.
Ollie, what's the one that's
No, I'm joking. It's I'm gonna be really cheeky. I've got two songs. And they're from the same musical, so will you allow me that caveat?
Fine, but only because you're here all the bloody time.
Okay, so it's specifically Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen, which that's the first one. The second one being You Will Be Found, also from Dear Evan Hansen. Both speak to me on a level of just being someone who grew up with not very many friends, and definitely sort of looking back on things now and realizing my own sort of neurodivergency and agonizing over certain situations of how I was and how I acted because of that, and feeling like an outsider on a lot of things, or like, the song says, like I'm waving through a window, like I'm looking in on stuff that's happening, but not being a part of it and being made to feel like that. But then the idea of you will be found being that you don't have to dwell in that, and you can, reach out your hand and ask for help, and people will be there, whether that's an active choice you make or just you finding yourself in a community of people and suddenly making many, many friends. Shout out to Doctor Who for that. Because my life before Doctor Who was wonderful because I have my wife and I have my children, but I didn't have any friends. I didn't have that many people with the same sort of interests and stuff. And yeah, Doctor Who, bringing it back to that, did that for me. So yeah, that's my 2.
Ollie, what's the ones that speak to you before I get mad about Doctor Who coming back onto the fucking podcast?
Yeah.
So I, like Jack, I have 2. The first one is Shiksa Goddess from The Last 5 Years. Basically, to give you the gist, The Last 5 Years is about a couple who are both successful in their life, and you follow them in opposite directions. So you follow, I can't remember which way around it is, but you follow one of them. The story starts for them before they've met and ends with the characters when they separate. And you see why they fell in love and stuff. And then with the other character, you see how they've fallen out of love with the other character, and you see, and they cross over. They cross over in the middle. Shiksa Goddess is a song by the male lead, and it speaks to me because it's a very interesting. It is about love and to some extent lust, but he expresses that there are, he meets this person who he thinks is so perfect for them that he is willing to overlook any flaw or anything that might put them off, because he's been searching for this person for so long. And I think, as the only person here with a rather unsuccessful love life, shall we say, it speaks to me because I think, there have been times where I've been sort of entwined with people who I've overlooked certain flaws and certain things wrong with that relationship and that scenario because I've been so desperate to find someone. And when you, obviously, because you see one of them coming from the point where they have separated, you can see where that will eventually lead to problems. So it's such a great thing for foreshadowing as well. So that's one. The other is 3090 from Tick Tick Boom. And Tick Tick Boom is absolutely incredible. It's on Netflix. It's one of the few things on Netflix I'd go, actually watch that.
Garfield was robbed. He should have got that Oscar.
Yeah, he was. Andrew Garfield is absolutely phenomenal. And 3090 is one of my favourite songs from it because it's a song about growing older and feeling like you haven't accomplished anything. And I know that I personally have, I have felt often at times like I'm not achieving what I could. I'm not progressing my life at the same rate as everyone else's. And I get told by people, it's not a race. It's not, a thing to compare people by. But I feel like, there's a bit leading into the song where one of the character, one of his big fears is that he is turning 30 and has no accomplished, recognised pieces of work. And he lists off like his heroes. He goes, Sondheim, Sondheim, all of these people before 30, they had their big break. I've not had my big break yet, and I'm about to hit 30. And although I'm, nowhere near 30, there are things where I'm like, I see other people who are, my age or who were my age or who are younger than me, hitting these sort of career and life milestones that I want to hit, that I'm at the moment, as far as I can see, nowhere near hitting. And it's a song that very much speaks to that insecurity and expresses how that makes you feel. And it's also, it's a really foreboding song, even though it's not intentional, because Tick Tick Boom, it is based on the writer's real life story. And he, unfortunately, he died before seeing success. Jonathan Larson is the name of him, and he also created the highly successful. He created so many highly successful musicals, including Rent, which obviously was so phenomenally well received. And he actually died, I believe, the night before it was meant to have its first off-Broadway performance. And it was so powerful, because it discusses homophobia, it discusses the AIDS crisis and stuff like that, and it really speaks to a lot of people. And you can relate to this person feeling like, I've reached a certain age and I haven't accomplished anything. And it's such a powerful song from that perspective, because it's a way I believe we've all felt at some point, and it's something that I currently feel like in this sort of rut I'm in at the moment. It's something that I really personally relate to.
Okay. That was
Can I just say, Oliver, if you feel bad about that, I had Tick Tick Boom come to Netflix and Bo Burnham Inside come out the year of my 30th. So I got quite fucked up. So I feel you very much.
Yeah, that song is so good and so real. And I love that song and musical as someone who does so much writing in their free time. And like watching that, it's like, oh my God, that's so me struggling to write constantly and just feeling the end approaching and not being able to write because of ADHD over my head.
I'm going to throw in a curveball. This isn't on the sheet. I know, surprise. I am just curious, because you've all said what your own musicals that you relate to are. But what if you were to assign someone else a musical? So I'm going to... The order will be, I'll assign Jack, Jack will assign Nat, Nat will assign Ollie will assign me. Jack, I'm not just saying this because you love it. I am going to say Epic, because you've been through a load of shit and you still made it back.
My brothers, listen closely. Fuck.
I'm taking away the easy option straight away.
Oh, what? Oh, what? What's the easy option?
You said it earlier. I'm not repeating it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to give Nat Wicked, because Nat defies gravity. They are, frankly, fucking phenomenal in everything they do, and they deserve more recognition than they get. So, yeah.
Thank you. God, every musical ever has just gone completely out of my head.
That's what I found as well. That's what I found.
I can't do spontaneous questions. Why can I? All that's in my head now is Tick Tick Boom. What do you think? dropping you in.
I'm not allowed to speak.
You are allowed to speak.
When I was listing musicals earlier, and you were like, "That's really helpful." Mary Poppins.
Where's the relation?
Because he's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It's got Dick Van Dyke in it. There's a Bible link. Oh my god, connection.
And I genuinely, I now cannot think of anything. All I can think of now is Tick Tick Boom. I don't know. Like, come back. Ollie, you do yours. Let me think.
My God. Ollie, be merciful.
A musical that describes Star. Whoa. You know how long I've waited for this.
I'd just like to remind you that I am one of your finest friends. My husband flirts with you on the regular. Be nice to me.
Ollie, draw blood.
Oh, how I've waited for this. No, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be nasty. You know what? I'm going to go with Billy Elliot, and I have a reason.
Give me the reason, because I'm raising many an eyebrow.
Because you know, Billy Elliot obviously is the story of a little boy in a mining town during the strikes who wants to be a dancer, and it's not a traditional thing for people to do. And obviously, through your own life experiences, Star, you've done things that, you know, you have done like incredibly brave things, like the ability to come out and express your gender identity is such an incredibly brave thing to do. And it's not always going to be accepted. It's not always going to be well regarded, like how Billy faces, you know, abuse and stuff. He gets called gay in the movie and the stage show, and people are quite abusive to him. But he follows what he wants in his heart, and he is true to himself, and he is a wonderful person for going through all that and for living that. And I think it's very similar to your story, because you are exactly who you see yourself inside, and you let it shine out. And you are a beautiful, you are a massively beautiful person for being true to yourself and being who you know you are inside. And I think there's a lot of similarity between those stories.
Okay. Your flattery wins this round. Nat, are you ready to destroy him?
That gave me time to think, which I'm glad for. I came up with multiple answers. One of which is the pop-out answer of the musical Oliver.
Never before have I seen a boy ask for more. So.
And then I thought the guy who didn't like musicals, because it's very, I don't know, very sweet guy, kind of going through a very crazy situation and being like, oh my God, what's going on? What do I do? But like, he's very, very sweet and kind of making his way through it while getting a bit stressed, but also like kind of finding friends along the way, ignoring the fact that they all die at the end. You know, pre them all dying. The guy who didn't like musicals. And then you came up with an answer too.
Purely vibes-based, Little Shop of Horrors, because I love Little Shop of Horrors. And it's fun. And it's dancey, and it's the kind of camp. It's giving the vibes. That's my pick.
I also had a vibe-based, no explanation, vibe-based Mamma Mia.
Yeah, wow.
I think
you
you
did
said
mention
Mamma Mia
Mamma
earlier as
Mia.
well.
Yeah.
But purely on vibes. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's the
So
songest.
I am either a starving Victorian
Oh my God, yeah.
Hold
a
on.
man who kills people to feed plants, 1/3 of someone's dad, or possibly someone's fiance who doesn't know she's
I'll be
looking for
1/3 your dad in a minute.
and then you know, a guy who dies at the end. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye open when you're around that, because I don't want to know when you deem my ending to be honest.
Oh, it's all right. We're now going to one last curveball because they're sitting in the background. Everyone pick one for Cat.
Rocky Horror.
I have a good one.
Genuinely. But who
Jesus
would you
Christ
pick?
Superstar.
Jesus Christ. No. Who would you be though? Oh, I could see you being Janet in it, to be honest.
Oh, yay.
Wonka.
Oh my god, yes.
God, that really, you've got something there. You're onto something.
You know, because there's chocolate and there's chocolate.
I forgot about that movie. That's
He's
excellent.
You had such a Timothy Chalamet face.
I did. I was
you were
obsessed.
enchanted by that man.
Oh yeah.
The
I
boy.
sound like the
The
Jew,
boy.
and you just
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I loved him.
he gives out those sort of. He gives out no. I think we're like two sides of the same coin. If you look at it really.
Yeah.
Well, you and Timothy Chalamet.
Me,
Yeah.
and Timothy Chalamet.
It's true. I
That's
could
really
see you as Paul Atreides in Dune, Cat.
Yes.
I see the vision.
I said Jesus Christ, and it all comes full circle. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to have to take a punt based on a synopsis because I don't know enough musicals. I kind of want to say Fame.
I don't know what that is.
I've never seen
It's
that.
an 80s.
Forever,
Fame
never learn
is-
how to fly high.
You must have heard the song Fame though, right? Like the song from Fame. Fame.
You know, remember my name,
Fame.
Oh
Fame.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
live forever.
I'm pro for it.
Okay.
I can't think of any musicals. Name-based cop out and say Cats.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Nice.
Specific- Yeah, well, no. If it's the stage one, that's fine. If it's the
I was-
movie,
I
if
was
it's
The
the
movie.
movie,
It's the movie.
Yeah.
It's Taylor
I
Swift
was
in
a
it.
cat in Cats once.
Well, there you go. See, I remembered you telling me that, and that's where that came from. Definitely.
Why did you remind me that had a movie?
Yeah.
I was a massive.
We all love James Corden in movie musicals, don't we, guys?
Anyway,
Why
question
did they give
5.
And I was also in Aladdin, but it was a slightly racist production.
Yeah, that sounds
I mean,
Definitely on to question 5, which is going to sound horrible out of context, but what is the key to your ideal musical experience?
not racism is probably a good one to start off with.
Oh yeah.
I think it ties very much into Oliver's point about that barrier to entry, which is very much an issue. And now I think my ideal musical experience would be that number one, it's more accessible. And number two, that I don't know, it is so often, specifically when you're in the theatre, it's that specific night because performers are fantastic, they're hardworking, but they can have an off night because they're human. They are. Doesn't mean they're not giving their all the same, but it can just happen. So it's that sort of magical sort of alchemy of where you are, where you're sitting, how it sounds, how the performers are. It's this immense cocktail of everything, which I can't really even put into words right now, but it's fucking vibes, innit? You know, it's these vibes are good, you know, like peak vibes. That's what it is.
Okay. Nat, that's your cue.
I just thought for this one, all I wrote down was everyone else shutting up because we had a
Correct.
string of going to musicals where we kept being sat in front of like the most loud talking people in the world, and it was driving me insane. It wasn't a musical, but it was a theatre production when we went to see, what was it,
Duchess of Malfi.
Duchess of Malfi.
And imagine
my God.
talking through that.
Horrific. It's like this massively traumatic play, traumatic and dramatic, and we just had this row of people behind us who kept talking.
This was a comedy. You should have looked at comedy.
Yeah. And they just kept going, I want to leave. Oh, this is so violent, isn't it? How could anyone enjoy this? And it was so irritating, and I turned around and I just went, shut up. But then they carried on anyway. But yeah, so the ideal experience is when people don't talk in your ear.
I'd agree with that. I saw Phantom on Broadway, and I've seen it. I've been very privileged enough to see it a couple of times there, but the second time, there was this again. It was a whole row of people behind, like talking all the way through, and I realized what it is with when you go and see a show in the West End or on Broadway. For a lot of people, it's like a tourist thing. It's like, oh, we'll go and see a show, and it's that. And there's people that don't quite understand the etiquette of what it is. Hell, there's people that don't understand the fucking etiquette when you go see a movie. So let alone going to see this and, respecting the people around you, respecting the performers up on stage there. Yeah, that's a massive bugbear for me. Massive pet peeve.
Yeah. Like, if you need to say something to the person next to you, wait until there's a break in the actors speaking. Wait until they're changing scenes or something, and then you've got a solid 30 seconds to whisper something.
Or just wait till the interval. Like, just fucking wait,
Yeah. So annoying.
Ollie, what about you? Jack, you said you also you've done some acting on the musical theatre stage.
Yeah, I've done some musical stuff. Yeah.
Well, what about the perspective from there? Like when you're doing a performance, what's like the key thing for you both?
Oh. I'll let Ollie go first.
So with the one thing that's like key, I'd probably agree. Theatre etiquette, I'm not gonna lie. You know what they should do, and this is another thing that could make theatre more accessible, is you have days where, for a cheaper ticket, it's a sing-along version. Because I'm not being funny, but I don't want to hear some 12-year-old constantly having a voice break while they're trying to hit the high notes in Defying Gravity. It's not a pleasant experience. But no, beyond theatre etiquette, I think comfortable seats with good leg room. I'm 6'2". Jack dwarfs me, and I think he will agree. These seats are quite small, and a lot of theatres, haven't had a major redesign since, they were built, and some of them, go back centuries. When the average height was a lot shorter, and your legs just go numb when you're sat there for so long. And don't get me wrong, I love sitting there, I love taking in the musical, but when you get a leg cramp like halfway through the show, you're thinking, oh God, when's the interval? But
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with my local. It's technically a cinema, but it was designed for stage shows. The seats are very close together, and it's not great leg room unless you're sitting at like the front or in the upstairs cinema. But then you've got two creepy Laurel and Hardy statues looking at you.
Not fucking. That's my sorry. It's my outstanding memory of going to that cinema that is weirdly near you, being deadly uncomfortable the entire time.
I'm just saying, if they ever get rid of them, I'm sending them down to you. I'm going to get someone to place them outside your door.
Well,
like horrifying weeping angels.
Stairs first.
Can I add something extra as well now to what Oliver said there? Because I totally agree. Like the seats and what have you. I'm going to tell you about now the worst seats I've ever sat in. Right. Okay. This was in a theatre on Broadway. I can't remember what it was. Seen Spamalot on Broadway, and we were up in the dress circle, I believe, is what it was there. And the seats were quite literally like a sheer sort of fucking incline. So, like, you were like sort of like above where the other seats were. But if you fell, you would have gone straight off that fucking dress circle because it was so like at such an incline that you would have like, you wouldn't have caught there. You just have gone straight down, which that was fucking scary. And there wasn't a lot of leg room anyway. But I'm going to throw something else up there. Get off your fucking phone. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, please, people, you know, as someone who's been on the stage and seen people like farting about on them or, you know, having been in audiences watching other people on them, it's just like, come on, just have some fucking respect. Like, you've paid to come and see this. The performers are there trying to put on the best show they can for you. Just switch off for an hour and a half, or if not more. Just come on.
Like, if you can do it in the cinema, you can do it in the theater.
Oh, these people 1,000,000% don't do it in the cinema. That's the thing, you know.
See, I've never really had that because, like, everyone in the cinema, like, bar the one that's near me with Lauren Hardy statues.
Oh, Laura and Hardy are on their phone all the time, aren't they?
That's
the bastards.
That's why they look creepy, because they look like they're taking photos of you in the dark.
When we went to see and Juliet the other week in the Wells Millennium Centre, we were sat next to, the seats there were great, I love that. We were sat next to this woman and her son, and about halfway through, I think her son was getting bored and she gave him her phone to play with, and all I could see out of the corner of my eye was like the light on this phone, and I was like, ah.
Oh, just don't do it. Like, come on. You know, like, it's like, just, oh, please, for God's sake. Like, I've had people turn up like 20 minutes into the first act of a show as well, which is so annoying. Like, that was Les Mis at the Millennium Centre as well. And they literally couldn't get to the seat, so they had to then sit in the aisle, which was quite cathartic, but it was really annoying because they were trying to get to their seats, and like one of the ushers just had to go be like, just sit the fuck down, like, you know. So yeah, and that's look, don't get me wrong, I know that, you know, extenuating circumstances can happen, but from my experience, more often than not, the people that turn up late to these things don't really understand the severity of turning up late to it, and it's not that it's done intentionally, but it's done without the care behind it. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing? It'd probably be like really impractical to do, but like phone lockers. Like, before you go in, you have to put your phone in the locker. You get handed a key specifically for your singular locker.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be fine. 'Cause one, security, you're the one with the key for your specific one, and two, you've not got you're not on your phone. But I suppose then there's also the issue of like emergencies and stuff like that.
Yeah, plus people tend to be allowed to take photos of like the bows and that.
Yeah.
I would take photos of the bows unless they specifically say not to, because I like having, you know, something to be like, oh yeah, I was there.
Like Six as well. They let you do like the entire like Mega Six at the very end of the show, which is like the encore sort of song, isn't it? They fully encourage you to get your phones out and like record that part and put it on social media. So
I'm so glad they do that, because then at least there's something you can like watch and see all the different actors that have like played it.
Yeah, I mean, in an end of the day, it's just free advertising for them, isn't it? Which is you know, which is really savvy, which a lot of musicals could do with sort of doing more of that, really, I think.
Yeah, it's the great balance of like still not letting people make complete bootlegs, but like having some videos to promote it. I think Death Becomes Her, that's on Broadway at the minute, which I'm desperate to see. Like, there have been a lot of videos of that online, but it's mostly been kind of like the same clips of bits, and I feel like they're kind of letting people put short clips out because they know that like it had a massive budget to make, and like they need people sharing short clips to, you know, promote it more.
And it doesn't hurt when they got a few like viral TikTok sounds as well, like Deverell, just from that one musical. it's phenomenal. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I really want to see as well. Like, I'd love to see them bring that to the West End as well at some point. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to the final set of questions, which are meant to be quick fire, but never are. The favorites round. Favorite stage musical. I've not seen fucking one live, so the closest I can actually say is Frozen, the Broadway musical.
I'm gonna get the scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't have bragged, but Dad got amazing knowledge. The problem is, like, oh, a lot of base, no polish. I got a college just to be heard of every word of drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of gold. I'm trying to reach my goal. My power, speech is unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. There's New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I have done the most. I don't have the gun to burnish. I walk the streets fast. I plan to defend this spark into a flame. The damn's getting ducks. Let me spell out my name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Royal Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. And King George we ain't ever going to set his descendants free. So you will see a revolution in this century enter me, he says in parentheses. Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. I am not throwing away my shot. Yes, Hamilton. Hamilton is...
Are you sure? Are you sure it's Hamilton?
Yeah, it's...
I could
probably,
not fucking tell.
Probably Hamilton. Yeah, it's probably Hamilton. And it was a religious experience seeing Hamilton for me, because initially we had tickets for Hamilton gifted to me on my 29th birthday, which was March the 28th in 2020.
Ooh.
So we've been in lockdown a week and I get given tickets to Hamilton in May of that year. And I go, okay, interesting. And by that point, we're all still like, oh yeah, no, we'll probably still make it. You know, this will have been blown over by that point. 2 years later, we sit down to watch Hamilton in the West End. And funny enough, on my birthday, which is lovely. So see, on my 31st birthday instead. And it was walking into the theatre alone. I was crying my eyes out, seeing the stage there, finally being in the room where it happens. See what I did there? And just being there, the soundtrack, the feelings of it. It is quite literally one of the several musicals that I could do a one-man show version of. I mean, it might get a bit difficult with different parts, like non-stop, where there's like 5 characters singing at one point. But I give it a go. I try it, So yeah, it's Hamilton for me. I love everything that Lin-Manuel Miranda does. I'd love to also shout out Epic very quickly by Jorge Rivera, who is, in my opinion, as I like to call him, as many other people, fans of Epic like to call him, Mr. Jalapeno. He's the next Lin-Manuel Miranda, in my opinion, in terms of his talent and his approach and his style. And if no one's checked out Epic yet, please go and check it out. My God.
Just to confirm, your favorite's Hamilton, right?
Yeah, it's Hamilton.
Okay. Well, wasn't sure.
Lafayette, I'm taking this hospital basement records.
Anyway, Nat, what's your favorite?
I have to agree on the whole one-man musical of Hamilton. I've done
Okay,
that.
Ollie, what's your...
I have to wait. Okay, quick fire. I have to give my top 3. Number 1, Hamilton. Number 2, Heathers. Number 3, Six.
Okay, Heathers is one I also need to see. I mentioned Six earlier. I keep hearing about Heathers. I've heard like several bits of the plot. I still don't know what it's about.
I love Heathers. It's incredible. I took Ori.
Have they got a thing like? Can I watch it on YouTube yet?
There's
a pro cut. Yeah.
there's
Oh, good. Okay, I'll watch that later this week.
It's very good. Would recommend.
So, carry on with your story.
Yeah, no, I took Ori to go and see it in the West End because I saw it when they toured, and then I took her to see it in the West End, and it was so good. They used to do it in this theatre where the front row was like pretty much, it was so right on top of the stage that I was essentially front row distance, even though I was in the 5th row. Like it was so incredible. And we were mainly watching it because I wanted to show her Dead Girl Walking, because I think that song's insanely hot. And I was like, do you get it now? Do you get it? And she was like, oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Ollie, what's your favourites?
My favourite? Oh, you're asking me a big old question there.
Ollie, why are you so far away?
Come back to us, Ollie.
Come back! Your family needs you.
All I hear are
I'm
screams.
putting my plate in the dishwasher. For context, during this podcast, I have cooked, eaten, and now put away the plate from my dinner. So,
I'm
stage
so
musical.
glad you're taking this seriously.
Stage musical, I will say, purely because it just completely captured my imagination, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it since I saw it, especially right at the end. And I won't say what they do at the end because I don't want to spoil it, but genuinely, that ending, you will be thinking about it for ages. I mentioned it earlier. It's Back to the Future, the musical. Genuinely, it's chock full with 80s references. It's genuinely, it's so entertaining. It's, if you love the movie, it's everything you love about the movie and more. You know, I laughed, I cried. Again, with the ending, I sobbed. And I remember the first thing I thought going in is, how the fuck are they going to do the DeLorean? And you know, there's so many scenes that require, like, you know, cars and stuff, like the chase scene when he's on the skateboard and he's trying to get away from Biff. And oh my god, they do all these sequences from the films and stuff so well. The cast were immensely talented. I believe I got to see one of the last shows with the original West End cast, which was really great. And it's such, like, Back to the Future is my favourite film of all time. I've been very vocal about that across the years, and I went in with like massively high expectations, and they were surpassed. Genuinely, it is just that good. Like, obviously, a really interesting thing was Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, you know, the creators of the original films. They said, you know, they didn't want to do any sequels or reboots or anything like that because they knew the fans didn't want that. And they put the show together and they put it on to some Back to the Future fans. And they basically went, if the fans here today do not like this, this is canned. It's going to go immediately. And the fans loved it. And it's genuinely, it's such an amazing musical. Genuinely, if you even just like Back to the Future, I would wholeheartedly say check it out because it's genuinely just that good.
Okay. I really want to fucking see it. I really want to fucking see it, but I'm gonna have to get back down to fucking see it. Do I really want to go to London?
It's worth going to London for.
From Scotland, though?
It's worth going
From Wales, I could understand. From Scotland, the home of freedom and iron brew and free prescriptions.
We have those
You
Wales.
have free prescriptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
London. What a dump.
it's a musical based on the best film of all time, in my humble opinion.
Oh.
Go
It
see
is. It is absolutely on my list. I'm going to throw another curveball in because it just came to me that we've not thought about when TV episodes do musical episodes.
Oh God.
So, favorite TV episode musical. I have two. I'm going to shout out Supernatural and this Flash Supergirl crossover.
Yes. Yes, I love the Flash Supergirl crossover.
It's so good. I
amazing.
love running
Okay.
home to you.
It's
Yes,
really
I've
good.
watched that so many times. I love it.
I would kill to do a duet with someone of Super Friends.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's
I'm
so
going to be really boring here, but that was also the one that came to mind.
It was so
okay.
good.
We all have great taste. Excellent, Jack. What are you going to say?
I wanna shout out an entire show called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which is fucking phenomenal and has these really, really funny musical parody songs in it. But I also want to shout out The Night Man Cometh from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Because Always Sunny is just one of my favorite shows. It's just incredibly, incredibly funny. If not, Community have a really good one. Scrubs. I love the Scrubs one. Love the Scrubs one.
I'm going to have to shout out because I know my mum listens to this pod too now, because she really likes an awful lot of running. So she's been listening to this too. So thanks for getting my mum hooked on my own show. Buffy's musical. I haven't seen it, but I know my mum would kill me if I didn't mention it.
I remember feeling robbed because obviously, Lord Voldemort himself, Russell T Davies, said, "Oh yeah, we're bringing in the Beatles, and Doctor Who would be so great with a musical episode." And I was like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah." And I remember, what was it, like 2 weeks before the episode went out, and the words, "We can't afford any of the Beatles songs," and thinking, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." And it was the fact that they were peddling The Devil's Chord as a musical episode. And there's a few little bits of piano playing, but other than that, there's two sodding songs.
Ick.
One of them is My Dog's Fred Dead, whatever.
Which
and
is
the
the
other
best
one
song.
Yeah.
No. And Twist at the End, which in my opinion is the best original song of this new era. And even
The Duggadoo cover was better.
Duggadoo, Duggadoo, Duggadoo,
Stop it.
Duggadoo, Duggadoo,
Duggadoo, Duggadoo.
Duggadoo. I can't believe I got to do this twice in my life.
No, but it's the fact that even the Eurovision one didn't end up being a musical episode.
No. Anyway.
Wait, different musical show. Once Upon a Time. Their musical episode I loved.
I am so fucking looking forward to it.
Have you not seen it yet?
No, we're still on season 3, which I
Oh.
can't say anything because Kat's there.
Yeah, oh, she'll get round to it in like 5 years.
I'll get
The
around to
musical
it.
episode is incredible and only heightened my gay crush on Regina. She is so hot. She does a song and she's like rubbing up against a mirror and it's incredible.
Okay, this is totally unrelated to musicals, but I do need to ask. Who do you set Regina with?
Rumpel. I'm so sorry. Not Emma.
Okay, you're a weird freak.
Can I shout out 2 more very, very quickly? Because they're in the full
okay.
nomination. Okay.
Okay.
The Devil Hell's Hands are idle playthings from Futurama. Yeah. And
Okay.
Mayhem of the Music Meister from Batman Brave and the Bold.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to your usual scheduled questions. Movie musical, Great Showman. Great Showman.
Oh.
Even if it's a fictional creation entirely. That or Wicked. Wicked was really good, and I know you guys.
That's what I was going to ask you, was because obviously I know one of the later question spoilers is favorite adaptation.
Yeah, you can say it for both because I think it is technically I'm talking about the movie version because I haven't seen the stage one.
Okay.
That ruins me because I've mentioned
Mm,
movie musicals that I'm what's one I really love?
But yeah, no. What I was saying about Wicked is I remember that you guys yeah. So you guys I very much got to laugh as I went from I hate Wicked to I love Wicked. in the span of a few days.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Mhm.
good.
Told you so.
I haven't seen the stage version or the movie version. and I'm
You've not seen the movie?
Ollie.
Oh
No,
my god.
I just don't. I don't care for all this. Oh no, they're not really a villain. They're misunderstood, and oh yada yada yada. No, just let a bad guy be a bad guy. It's not difficult.
Okay, but
Oh,
the thing with Wicked is it's totally different from that.
And
It's not
also
about the
Jonathan Bailey. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
great
that's
point.
the only reason I'd really
Trust me.
watch it for Jonathan Bailey.
look, Wicked is really fun. Why am I being the advocate for that?
continue.
You know,
Allow it.
Wicked is like really fucking good. Okay, yes, it makes you think, oh, the villain, the villain. No, it's not. Nothing to do with the villain.
I didn't. I went to watch Jurassic World Rebirth just for Jonathan Bailey, and
Then
he did-
watch
And his
Wicked.
slutty little glasses.
He did not disappoint, but the movie definitely did.
It should have been a musical. Anyway,
Oh yeah, if the dinosaurs had just stopped like chasing them and started singing, it'd be a 10 out of 10. Like
you know that fucking the frog from like Looney Tunes, the one that dances. All the dinosaurs just put a hat on, get out Kane, and just start dancing like that.
like you know, if I don't know, what song would a dinosaur sing? Oh, that's a really good one.
Probably something like da na na na.
I mean, if you know what, if one of the pterosaurs started singing "Defying Gravity" as it flew around, I'd be like, "Give this movie
Have you seen
$1 billion."
Have you seen the Dalek edit?
Yes, I have seen
Love
it.
Dalek.
That's great. That's great.
I think I even sent you one of the Dalek edits, Jack.
Oh, don't you send me a lot of shit. You send me a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
To get back on track, favorite movie musical.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's a
Okay,
good one.
that is a fucking good one.
That's beyond being a musical. It's just an iconic film. There are so many parts of which are just so brilliantly just iconic. And the second they open that door and you see the Chocolate Factory as a proper that massive room and he sings Pure Imagination, it's just wonderful movie.
I'd have to go Mary Poppins, actually. Mary Poppins is one of my favourite movies of all time. And you know what? Mary Poppins Return is an actually banging sequel. Like, it's so rare, especially with Disney nowadays, when they like remake or make a sequel to something, one of their classic properties, that it's actually good. But Mary Poppins Returns slaps, and I would fight anyone who disagrees with that.
I'd say Wicked, but aside from that, we said it already, but the Wonka Timothy Chalamet, I really, really loved that movie. That was amazing.
Good, isn't it? It's really good. Like you can't fault it, you know?
He's my little man. Oh, ruffle his hair.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's great. It gives the Paddington movies because it's the same like production team that did Paddington that did Wonka.
Oh, is it?
So that's why it feels very similar, you know.
I'll be honest, I've never watched a musical that I've come out of and gone, that was just fine more than that one.
Really?
Wow.
I was so cynical going into it. I just didn't want to be there. And I left with whimsy in my heart. That's how
So
good it
good.
was.
I love I love it all, but the chocolate, and the chocolate. I was in my head for days.
I watched it and I was like, okay, you're gonna hate me for this, but the sort of weakest link for me was Chalamet.
That's my man.
Oh,
Cap.
He just, he's like if Pinocchio was originally a porcelain doll.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Like,
Yes.
I-
much more.
I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Wow, all right. Meet me outside.
Yeah, leave Nat
Yeah,
alone. They like
Okay.
their pathetic men, all right?
I do like my
Okay.
pathetic man.
Okay, before this turns into a war, let's at least make the war about a different topic. Favorite song?
Oh,
There
one day
is.
more. One day more from Les Mis.
Oh, that is a good one. That is a good one.
Is that yours? You love One Day More.
Probably not my favorite, but I love singing it and
Doing all parts.
all parts.
Yeah.
I always think the best
I got to
best
sing it on
songs.
stage, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You got to sing it on stage.
I got to sing it on stage. I'm just saying, I got to sing it on stage.
I'm
and
very
it was
proud of
really
you,
fun. It was
babe.
really good. Yeah, sorry.
I also got to sing it on stage. So I got to be Valjean because we did it in a showcase in university. And I was like, I made it happen. I watched it happen. I made it happen. Literally, I was like,
got
we
to
should
be
do One Day More.
Beetlejuice
And I got to be like
showcase.
Valjean. I was like, yay.
What was that, Ollie?
I got to be Beetlejuice in a showcase.
Ooh.
Me and one of my friends, we did Say My Name together. And so some people, because she didn't own a black dress, so she just wore a black sort of long sleeve t-shirt and black jean, and no one knew what we were going to do until my head popped out over her shoulder and went, "You could use a buddy. Don't you want a pal?" "Yes, I do. Yes, I do." And so I love that one. Oh, but if I had to pick, arguably there are two songs that I think almost define musicals. One is from a genre of musicals we've not really touched on, which is opera. I think opera is fantastic. I mean, they're both kind of tied to opera. I really like Figaro. And for any of you who don't recognise it, there is a very famous episode of Tom and Jerry where Tom sings Figaro on stage and Jerry is sabotaging him the entire time because he's trying to sleep. And I've loved it ever since.
I've seen it on TikTok with Subway Surfers.
And then the other one I really love is The Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera. Phantom is it's another one that you could say is the musical. I know I use that for Singing in the Rain, but I'd argue Singing in the Rain for film musicals, for stage musicals, the musical is Phantom of the Opera. Don't watch the film, Star, genuinely. I mean, you know what? You can watch the film if you watch the film first and then watch the stage musical, because the film you'll be like, that's all right, and then you'll see the stage and you'll be like, oh my god, this is amazing. Whereas if you see the stage show first and then see the film, you'll just think, oh my god, what is this?
I fear
there is as well. Sorry. I was going to say there is also a pro. Less of a pro cut in the same way that we have now, but they did a 25th anniversary version of it at the Royal Albert Hall, which you can watch. It's basically just the show without as much of the sets. They do a very, very good job with it as well. And Ollie, I love it. Phantom, number one. It's gothic. It's sexy. It's just a technical marvel between things like the chandelier and stuff. I love it. I kind of really like the movie, and I feel like I'm in the minority of that. But again, it's gothic and it's sexy and it's fucking vibes. So
yeah, but Gerard Butler just isn't the Phantom, though.
No, I know he isn't. In the same way that I feel that I'm peaking early with this because I was going to say this in adaptations. Hugh Jackman's not a good Jean Valjean. Sorry.
Ooh.
We'll save that for the adaptation talk. Has everyone had a favorite song?
I don't think I actually said what mine was, because I was gonna say my favorite type of song in a musical is always when you have two or more characters doing like a duet, doing multiple parts that like overlap with each other is always my favorite. So my top favorite musical song I think would be Non-Stop. I love doing it. I love doing all the parts. I love assigning you half of the parts and making us do it like to each other. And then like in The Greatest Showman, my favorite song is, I forget the actual name of it, but when it's the two of them in the bar and they're doing all the, and I love every
The
time
Other
a
Side.
song
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that
other
one-
side.
yeah, so good. Me and my mother like used to sing that one back and forth.
I thought you were going to say
Overlapping.
Therapy from Tick Tick Boom.
Yes. Oh my god, that was the one I was going to say, and I forgot it, so I said The Great Showman instead. Therapy. I've been trying to
Trained me.
teach you that. I
Like
did.
a dog.
I made you watch the lyric video with me about 5 times, and then I was like, right, go.
We got it to a
Oh.
good point.
You know what?
God,
Me and you, Nat. Me and you. We'll do it together. We'll do it together.
absolutely.
Fucking nice, shot liver.
This moment.
I'm going to quickly add, because the other side was mentioned. It is current. I think I've still got it somewhere, but it sounds awful, so it'll never be released. But there is a Star Doctor cover of the other side with Sock.
Wow.
Damn.
It was going to be released for an awards thing, but just I can't sing.
Fine.
Which is funny
Fine,
because
we're-
in the next 2 episodes I'm singing quite well.
We're doing Rewrite the Stars with the Red Twilight Doctor and Oscar for an episode. So
And then I do actually, and that reminds me, another one that I do really love is I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Yes.
Oh, we haven't fucking talked about Doctor Who and the Pirates.
Yes.
Oh, no. I am the very model of a Gallifreyan Buccaneer.
oh,
Okay, that's its one mention. Moving on. Favorite performance. So this is more about if there's a specific actor or moment that's kind of made you go, "Holy fuck, that was good." Which again, I haven't seen many, but it's either when Hugh Jackman's doing that running towards the train, still bowing out the song, even though you can tell that's an overdub, or in the Frozen bit where Hans's men are all attacking Elsa's castle.
okay.
Elsa's performance in there is chef's kiss.
There's a few. Which does this have to be one that we've specifically seen, or is it just like ones that
No,
like not? We don't have to have been in the room where it happens.
you did that deliberately.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay. Alex Brightman as Beetlejuice. Straight up. Just it's showtime. Just can't be beat. Leslie Odom Jr., Daveed Diggs, basically most of that original cast of Hamilton right there. Alfie Boe as Jean Valjean in Les Mis. Oh god. Trying to think so there's just too many for me to pin down. I bet now, Nat will say one or Ollie will say one. I'll be like, yeah, that one too. Just too many. Too many,
Oh, we were just laughing because Kat looked at. I've got my notes on my phone of what I wrote down, and Kat just looked over to see what I'd written as an answer to this question. All I'd written was because I clearly planned on coming back to that one later, and then I forgot.
Well, it's now later. I hope
Yeah,
there's
it's now
something
later.
there.
I do kind of have something. I would. I definitely agree. Alex Brightman as Beetlejuice, incredible. And then movie musical wise, I would say Ariana Grande in Wicked really shocked me with how good she was. Because when they cast her, I was like, oh, okay, they've cast a celebrity because they want to draw people in, sure. And I mean, obviously she was a good singer, but it was like, is she going to act it well? And then she blew me away with how amazing she did. And then for another stage one, I've forgotten her last name, but Millie in Six, who was Anne Boleyn.
Millie O'Connor. I want to say it's O'Connor because she was little Sally Sunshine in Lux as well.
Yes.
We're talking about Doctor Who again, Star.
Right, that's it. Podcast ending. This has been Star Power and everything.
But Millie was so good in Six, and I loved her from like bits I'd seen, like recordings of the Mega Six and that. And then I got to see her because they did they like brought back all of the original cast for like 3 nights at Hampton Court Palace, and I went there, and so I got to see all of the original cast, and they were all so good. And I forget everyone's names in it, but the one who played Jane Seymour, amazing, and then Millie as Anne Boleyn, my favorite.
Natalie Paris.
Yes,
I think it was,
love her. I think I saw her the first time I saw Six as well, because she was like still in the run at the time.
Yeah, there's a running joke in the Six community that Natalie played Jane Seymour longer than Jane Seymour played Jane Seymour.
Yeah.
Has everyone answered that one, or is Ollie just going to wander
Can I
off?
also, very quickly, before Ollie comes back, to say here's one? Because Nat mentioned Ariana Grande, obviously Cynthia Erivo was also phenomenal in that. But the original cast of Wicked as well, with
Idina Menzel!
Yeah, and Kristen Chenoweth, just phenomenal. I remember the first time I ever heard Defying Gravity. I was weirdly on a plane coming back from America, and I just found, because I can never sleep on a plane anyway, and we went there with my parents on holiday. We were coming back from New York, and they had like a musicals like channel on like the in-flight radio. It was like before they had like really good shit, like, you know, like your movies and stuff, what have you. So they had like a radio thing which you put your earplugs in. They had like a musical theatre.
Back in my day.
Yeah. And I remember sitting there and like crying my eyes out just hearing Defying Gravity for the first time. So, and that's partly down to Idina Menzel's just phenomenal transformative like performance with it. So yeah.
Yeah, I was so pleased that they put them in the movie. I remember hearing, like, seeing on Twitter that they were in it, and Kat didn't know. And I said to her before, I was like, will you? I think I slipped it into random conversation. Like, would you recognize these two people if you saw them? And you were like, yes. And I was like, great, okay. Because I wanted to make sure that when we saw it on screen, you like got it.
I looped that song for like weeks. That
Yeah.
was my loopable song of the month. Because I went through like so many weeks of just liking Wicked.
Yeah.
Like it was taking the piss.
I have photos of you on the plane, on many of the plane flights we took getting to and from America and around America. And every time you're like shaking, sobbing, and on your phone is just the Wicked.
I can't wait for round 2.
Dancing through life. Yeah, that was so funny. You had like upbeat Dancing Through Life, and you were like sobbing. Breakdown. I was like assuring people that I wasn't trafficking you because you were sobbing and you were dancing through life.
Okay.
Reassuring, you know?
It's such a good song. It's such a good. All the songs are amazing.
Well, it's one of my go-to ones in my like carpool karaoke in the mornings going to work because it just gets you in the mood, you know, like nothing matters but knowing nothing matters. Like,
Yes.
beautiful
So
shit.
Ollie, did you say your favorite performance?
No, I have got, and I apologise here, but I have got 5. Now, 2 of them are agreements with what have been mentioned earlier. So to get those out of the way, it's Jonathan Groff in Hamilton, and oh shit, I've forgotten the other one.
That's a real rogue pick there, Ollie.
Oh my god, it was
Other
what were the
Jonathan
other
Groff
other
characters are available.
what was the other one that other people mentioned?
Alex Brightman?
Yes, Brightman as Beetlejuice. So I'd agree with those 2. Then, firstly, I'd say Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter. A man who was so good in the original West End cast that they had to put him in the movie in that role. And that was his breakout role. So I have to go with Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter, 100%. Then Alan Cumming as the MC in Cabaret. You can still find him singing Wilkemen on YouTube and stuff. Genuinely enchanting and almost haunting stuff performance-wise. And then finally, I have to mention a favourite who has been mentioned on this podcast, Hugh Jackman, but not in what you're expecting. My Hugh Jackman pick is The Boy from Oz. And he won a Tony for that performance, which was very well deserved. And I think you can still find stuff where he performed at award shows. I believe you can find him the performance he did at the Tonys before he won the award of Not the Boy Next Door, which if you haven't seen it, I would strongly recommend checking it out, because The Boy from Oz is another really great musical. It's about the life of Peter Allen, and who, as the title sort of gives away, he was a singer from Australia, and he was gay. He was someone who was eventually became quite open. He never publicly came out, but he had a partner, and sadly he died of AIDS-related throat cancer, which was it was really sad. But following his passing, obviously, The Boy from Oz was made. Jackman was cast, and people loved Jackman so much, including friends and family of Peter Allen, who said he was a wonderful performance of it. And he for a period, Peter Allen was married to Liza Minnelli, who, if you're unaware of who she was the daughter of Judy Garland, who of course was Dorothy in Wizard of Oz. The Boy from Oz it's a fantastic show. It's very sad towards the end, but it's genuinely such a great show, and especially in its earliest iterations, so much of it comes from Hugh Jackman's performance. He is absolutely sort of spellbinding in it, and I think if you can find anything else of his performance in that musical on YouTube, I'd highly recommend watching it.
Final question. Favorite adaptation?
It's tough, this one. It's very tough, because I'm guessing you're talking about an adaptation from a stage musical to the screen.
I will allow the other way as well.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you could have the musical, which then a movie musical, which then became a stage show.
Like Frozen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for. Oh, it's so tough because there are so many ones. I do really like the Les Mis one, even if I'm not a big fan on Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Jean Valjean in it personally. I do really like the Phantom one. Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again are both just really, really fun films. I remember being in the cinema watching the original Mamma Mia with my family, and it ending and it being the closest I had ever felt a movie theater has been to an actual West End theater, because people were clapping, they were cheering at the bit when Meryl Streep comes to the screen and goes, oh, do you want one more? You want one more? And people were up and chanting and singing along to Waterloo. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely peak. Wicked, obviously, I think they've done a fantastic thing with splitting the musical into two parts, into two movies, which I think is great. But in my heart of hearts, I've got to go Tick, Tick, Boom, because not only do I think it's an underrated musical, an underrated film, it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's directorial debut. Andrew Garfield, should have got the Oscar for it, in my humble opinion, really, particularly with who won that year. And also everything that Oliver already said about Jonathan Larson's life and career and how tragic is that he didn't get to see the success of his work, which was right there just in front of him. And the movie is so heartfelt. It does a wonderful job. The songs in it are fantastic. Andrew Garfield's performance is phenomenal. The whole thing is shot beautifully. Literal Broadway royalty appear in it as well. It's tick, tick, boom. Absolutely.
Yeah, Tick Tick Boom is incredible. It's so underrated. More people need to watch it and know it exists. I had one in my head and it just completely went out of my head, which was very unhelpful. But I really liked the Dear Evan Hansen adaptation. I know a lot of people complained about Ben Platt being in the movie because, like, he was, you know, the one who did it on stage and he aged a bit, so he didn't really look like a teenager anymore. Which I do think it could have gone to someone, you know, new who could have become it. But also at the same time, I did really like his performance, and I did think it was cool to be able to see, like, the person who did originally perform it, you know, getting to actually see that, because otherwise there's not really a chance to. But I really wish I could remember the one that I was going to say. I'll see if it comes back to me.
I think as well with people with the, you know, Ben Platt thing, like, people made so many jokes. If you can accept Kaniki in Greece as being a teenager, I think you can accept Ben Platt in Dear Evan Hansen, to be fair.
True. I've just remembered.
Don't accept either.
Yeah.
How do you do, fellow kids?
There's such a bad, like, that happens so often where people who are clearly, like, in their 30s and 40s get cast to be, like, 17-year-olds. And it's like,
crazy.
Really? The one I was going to say was Into the Heights. I really liked that. That was amazing. I love Into the Heights, and I'm so glad they brought that. I feel like people complained about, what's his name? Anthony
Anthony Ramos, yeah.
being cast because he, like, was in Hamilton and was connected to Lin-Manuel Miranda through that. But I thought he did amazing, and I loved that adaptation so much. I'm so glad I got to see it. I think the songs are, like, excellent, and they did such a good job of bringing it to the screen.
I've got two that I really love, which aren't musicals on film, but then got turned into stage musical. Again, I've got to sing the praises of Back to the Future. But I've also got to say, Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical, is really entertaining. It's a really good time. I saw bits of it, and what's great is, whilst, you know, certain bits are an impression of Robin Williams, the actor makes it his own, which is really good to see. Yeah, when it comes from when it goes stage to film, I've got to agree with Jack. There's not really one that does it better than Tick Tick Boom, honestly. I think, you know, there are so many examples of musicals going to film which are, in my opinion, awful, which are, as I've listed, Phantom. I've got to be on the side of, I thought Dear Evan Hansen on film with Ben Platt, I thought that was awful. And the one that really upset me, because I was so excited for a film version of it, that I ended up switching off about 25 minutes in, because I just thought this is genuinely terrible, was Everybody's Talking About Jamie. I absolutely loved that show. That I saw that show for the first time when I was about 15, 16 years old, and I needed to, one of the things for our drama GCSE was we had to write a review on it, and I loved the show. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. And they announced they were making a film version of it, and I was like, great. And I remember sticking it on and just thinking, what the fuck is this? And so I think, but Tick Tick Boom is just, it's creme de la creme of adaptations, in my opinion.
I have to very quickly shout out
Oh,
two
here
more.
we go. Here
Okay.
we go. He's done this on. You've done this on every round so far,
I've done
haven't
this
you?
every round because I've got my actual favorite adaptation. Okay, but I got to shout out one more honorable mention: Sunshine on Leaf, which is
Yes.
again underrated, brilliant movie musical, brilliant musical, taking the songs of the Proclaimers and putting it into a musical and weaving a story through it. I cry at that movie every time. It's beautiful. It's funny. It's exuberant. It's fantastic. Genuinely, it's just a brilliant, heartfelt movie. But if I'm going to talk adaptations, I have to talk about how one man in America took Homer's Odyssey and turned it into the stuff of brilliance. Epic. It is, for lack of a better term, truly epic.
And anyone, you can't see because this is an audio, but if anyone would like to raise their hands on who predicted this being an answer. Oh, look, everyone.
Okay. But listen now, okay, listen to me. Okay. What Jorge did with Epic, which, by the way, is a musical that he was writing before, but was very much driven and powered by TikTok. He held auditions for it. He brought out little snippets of music and really cultivated this amazing community and fandom around this musical, and then started bringing out the musical in the form of like EPs. So 4 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 6 songs at a time, released to sagas, very much inspired by things like Dragon Ball Z, which back in the day used to be released in sagas. Jorge took that in the same way and released sagas, so EPs, building up to this complete package of this musical, which has been done with animatics. Animators who are fans of it have created their own versions of animatics to go with the songs. It's just a phenomenal musical, which you can't believe is just one man's sort of vision that's been put forward like this. Just the level that ultimately bringing it all down to, at its core, being an opportunity to rickroll an entire community. Because I don't know if you know this, but Odysseus' theme in it, which goes if you slow it down, if you go for it, it's actually going the entire fucking time he created this musical. It was a rickroll joke. And it's phenomenal. It transcends things. It's taking Greek mythology, presenting it in an amazing, fantastic package for people to listen to. So many of the songs are just absolute bops. Please, if you haven't heard me preach Epic before and you haven't got into it, go and listen to Epic. Just do it.
With that bit of non-paid sponsorship, we are now on
He's doing a prequel. He's doing the Iliad, so as well. So look out for that, everyone.
Here we go again. No, wait, wrong musical. Anyway, audience section time. So our audience section this week is kind of a bit, not messy, but very chatty. So I'm going to do it a bit differently from how I normally do it, and I'm just going to read it on, and we're going to have a conversation as it goes. Kat, I'm going to bring you in when your bits turn up. The question this week was, what other media would you turn into a musical, be it like a TV show, a book, or an album of a singer you would like? What's the musical adaptation you really want? And the answers we got were very varied. Going back up, we started with Minecraft Diaries, suggested by Fruitcake Boy, who loves that series and was quite surprising because I didn't think that's what they would have gone for. Because they are someone from my local queer group and they are obsessed with Baldur's Gate 3 and very, very into fucking that bear. Anyway,
So kind of like Minecraft fan fiction. Cat wouldn't know anything about that.
I mean, I don't know what Minecraft Diaries is. I probably should have looked it up.
You know what that is?
You don't know what it is.
Pick though, it's really good.
Okay. Oh dear. Then there was a brief conversation on how Baldur's Gate 3 would be an amazing musical, but only if it was done well, because they don't want it to devalue the entire franchise. Which I then suggested that it's just Astarion singing Spice Girls songs for 3 hours. Other people suggested Alexander, who made the original sidebar, not the sidebar anymore, but the original sidebar for An Awful Lot of Running, suggested an Avengers movie so they could have a copy of the animated Marvel musical. I don't know if anyone's seen the link shared in the chat, because I believe you're all in the... So, I mean, yes, you are all in the server. I wouldn't have been able to get you all in this bloody call otherwise. Well, that's a thing. Avengers musical. I reckon. I mean, that's kind of happened within its own continuity.
Yeah, and Hawkeye.
Yeah. Just something better.
And they they made it about the best of the Avengers. They made it about Captain America.
I mean, yeah, Cap. Well,
The ultimate.
Cap's the best of the original 6.
Yeah, he is.
But he's not the best. This isn't Marvel podcast.
He's still the best.
Not while Captain Marvel's around, bitch. Anyway, this is war. Anyway, go back to it. We've also got someone wanting to bring up, Ewan wanting to bring up The Simpsons, which I'm like, they. Oh my god. Sorry, for people who cannot see, which is all of you, there's been a kidnapping. Nat is gone. There is only Cat.
I'm leaving you to watch her while I go to the bathroom. Here you go. Enjoy. She's subbing in for me.
Congrats, we've all just learned Cat's a sub. Anyway.
With The Simpsons, that's actually a really good point, because The Simpsons has a lot of great musical moments. A key one being Help, I'm Stuck on the Planet of the Apes and stuff. Like, Dr. Zaius is genuinely such a great bit of comedy.
Monorail.
That whole episode is great. The other one, you can't talk about musicals and not talk about the Monorail episode.
Monorail.
That name again?
Monorail.
Again?
Monorail.
What's it called?
Monorail.
Doll.
That doll was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
That's one donut to Jack.
Yeah, genuinely though, the Simpsons,
they're ripe for a proper full-on musical, I think.
Yeah.
If Shrek can have one, why can't The Simpsons?
Yeah, no, I think The Simpsons, even the parodies of the songs they do, like, I still chuckle over Homer doing a parody of the Flintstones opening. And it cracks me up when he, like, goes through his, like, side window to get into his car. And just him going, Simpson, Homer Simpson, he's the greatest guy in history. From the town of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree. And then he just screams.
I've been keeping up with, like, the recent seasons, which I know aren't really popular with people because it's apparently not such. I disagree. I think it's been doing great.
They have
But
some great episodes.
they're very much leaning back into their musical angle because they bring a lot of songs, especially in the last season. I think a Simpsons musical is still very much something that could be on the cards.
I think the thing with The Simpsons recently, and I won't go too off tangent, it's the fact that they've gone back to character work, which was their strong suit in the earlier seasons. Like the episode that Mo has where him and Maya, the little person that he dated in one of the earlier seasons, like get engaged and stuff. That whole story is a great piece of character work on Mo, and it's a really good episode. But yeah, back to musicals.
Yes. So Simpsons musical, definitely something needed. Then it goes on to, and we're bringing up the British sci-fi show again, Doctor Who, and they do mention Devil's Court. Doesn't count. I will, before anyone comments, I will also add that Liz added on to this with, "I'll be the one to die on Doctor Who Musical Hill if you want, considering I didn't get my Muppets crossover while they were still with Disney." And yeah, no, Doctor Who Muppets musical is what we fucking needed, but no, we couldn't get that. We had to get big CGI monsters. Fuck's sake.
I think a musical episode would be good. And like the fact that how you could even like people, if people've got a problem, you can just go, well, they've gone into the land of fiction and some musical bastard has taken control of it, and there you go. Like I genuinely think Doctor Who is possibly one of the easiest sci-fis to do a musical episode for, because the land of fiction is right there. Like you can literally do anything in there.
Even then, we literally just had the God of Music introduced as well. Like you could have, you can have that. You could do anything with it. It doesn't even have to be, land of fiction bullshit. It can just be the monster this week makes people sing. That's it. That's all you need. Doctor Who is so many different things. People just need to let it be.
You need to have like a lead cast who can sing. Because
the Goblin King, the Goblin King. It's nice to meet you, you great big thing.
David Tennant said recently on a panel, someone asked him, "Would you do a musical?" And he said, "Absolutely, if I could sing." And he said, he said that he wouldn't, purely because he doesn't feel like he can sing. Which, you know the old saying, God doesn't give with both hands, and David Tennant's been given quite a lot of hands, I'll say.
He can sing. He did sing in a stage. What was it? It was 2 years ago at Christmas. He was in a show called Good, and I went to see him, and he has a musical number in that. And it was very good. He was a good singer.
Also, 500 miles.
Yeah. I think it's Blackpool he was in as well, or something as well, which he did. And he sang in that, which was,
Yeah, no, I mean the options there. Liz also adds that also Simpsons had a number of musical adjacent episodes, including the Sherry Bobbins episode and one of the Clip Show episodes.
Yeah, Sherry Bobbins.
The next show to be brought up is from Haley, who says it would be great but also hilarious to see Vampire Diaries as a musical. Would definitely have some villain songs in there. I've never seen Vampire Diaries, so I don't know.
Neither.
Anyone else?
No.
Never seen it.
Sorry, Haley.
See, out of all the people I would have expected you, and you have disappointed me, Nat.
Right, me?
Yeah, you are the one who I thought would watch Vampire Diaries.
I would have
so
thought
insulting. How dare you say that about Nat?
Yeah.
Look, I say this as a Once Upon a Time fan. They watch Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing that I wanted to watch and never got around to.
I mean,
look, we're near a divergent. Sorry, we watch a lot of shit. All right.
Yeah, I don't watch all that vampire crap. Anything that's like, oh, let's kiss with vampires. Anything that's like, Twilight shit. Nah, I'm not. I'm
sorry. What? It. Excuse me. Sorry. What? What's Twilight. That about? How dare you? How fucking dare you?
Anyway.
It's awful.
There's an awful lot of it, indeed. Yes.
Anyway, They talk about SpongeBob, which does have, I believe it's got some form of musical. Yeah,
That's the musical, yeah.
yeah. They talk about Ewan and Liz talk
The
about.
diner worker in Lux was in the SpongeBob musical.
Stop bringing Doctor Who back! I get my rooms full of Doctor Who, but give me a break.
Wasn't the guy in Wicked, who Ariana Grande broke up the family of, wasn't he in the SpongeBob musical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Jonathan Bailey, who was in Wicked, was also in Time Heist.
Oh, Jack.
Anyway, so this person, the Cat says, Nat, do you want me to get you anything?
You said you were going to write that in, but I didn't know you'd done it.
Question I wanted.
It's a question. No, I'm great. Thank you.
I just got your Coke.
Yeah, you already brought me some Pepsi. So.
Yeah, we've seen the Coke deal go down.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thanks. I like this podcast because you get your questions answered. It's good.
Yeah.
There's a bit more about Vampire Diaries, just explaining what it is, which is two brothers. Wait a minute, two brothers? Vampires? Supernatural? I'm back in the other fucking building. Aoi, shout out to your friend Aoi. I can't pronounce the name correctly, so they're just Aoi. But you know who I'm on about.
Oh yeah, got to stop beating him like that.
Well, it's like Evie or Evine. I don't know. I gave up. I gave up on the name. They're just Aoi. Aoi says it's petty as hell, but I would make a musical episode for Transformers: Robots in Disguise 2015 because they had Dan Chris as a voice actor and didn't have one, even though their sister series had a musical episode.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If it had a Michael Bay explosion at the end, even better.
The whole theater just blows up and you die, just so you know the full experience.
And if Optimus Prime and Megatron fucks, then
why?
Yeah, no, I spoiled this.
That weird cat person's back and says, "Star Doctor."
No, it doesn't say that, does it? What does it say, really, sir?
Grey Doctor.
No, it doesn't say that.
Dawn Doctor.
No, try again.
I don't know anyone else. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, we all know it fucking says Red Twilight, and I'm sure you'll get round to it.
Woo. The funny thing is, Law was trying to convince me the other day to write in the episode I'd written. She was trying to convince me to write a song
really
for
good idea.
Yeah, for like Oscar and the person he spends the episode
bang.
with. Yeah, it was like a whole.
Why?
Yeah, she wants you singing a love song and just a bang in the middle of the
I
episode.
want to open it with Total Eclipse of the Hearts. And it's like, turn around, they turn to each other, it's fucking...
Right.
Sorry, you want to use an 80s song?
You're already getting one song out of me this season. That's enough.
Yeah.
Right.
I just think like a super mega smash cut, like 1 hour self-contained musical of the entire plot of the series would be so fucking funny.
Just a parody.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you did a parody, you have to get people that aren't Jack and Ollie. I need Poundland variations of them.
No, it's better if they're piss taking their own work.
Get Josh Carr in.
Wasn't work.
Anyway, going back to the audience section because we still got a few more. Sunny, who is funnily enough your future incarnation. Spoilers. I have been truly racking my brain for the best answer, and I finally decided on Princess Bride, and then Googled and found out someone thought the same thing, and it's actually been developed into a musical already.
Oh, sweet. I love the Princess Bride.
I love Have you seen Princess Bride?
Yeah.
It's so good.
I have not.
Is Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die.
You keep saying this. I do not think it means what you think it means.
last one from Liz again is, if you want an official answer, I would want to see more sci-fi B movies get the Little Shop of Horror treatment. Something like The Brain That Wouldn't Die or Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Goofy sci-fi and musicals both need a suspension of disbelief in order to work, and they tend to complement each other when paired together. It's why I'm disappointed we haven't got an official Doctor Who musical. You can do all sorts with the show in musical format.
Yeah. Where's my Tammy and the T-Rex musical? That's what I want to know. Genuinely, that is a wild film. Look it up. Tammy and the T-Rex. It
And I
is.
suggested The Life of John Pertwee, which I think is a great answer.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was wanting to save that specifically for its own bit, because absolutely, that man had a fucking life.
He could like be born fully grown at the start of the musical.
Benjamin Button.
You have like fully grown John Pertwee, just the same actor the whole way through, and everyone's just pretending he's a bit younger. And then you launch into like his like spy days, just being James Bond, and then he like goes off. He starts doing a radio. He does Doctor Who. There's a Wurzel Gummidge number. There's a Pertwee's Burgers number, and it just cycles through all the it would be so fun. Have you considered?
Could you do a Hamilton, like a John Pertwee opening to Hamilton, like bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum, da. You could. Yeah. We should.
Oh yeah.
What was that Doctor Who song that he did?
I Am the Doctor.
Yeah.
I
That's got to be like your overture, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've done
Okay.
Star.
I have done a cover. You were in that cover.
Yeah, I know.
It was before you were even canon. So, gift of prophecy, I guess.
I was canon. I was canon then.
You weren't canon. You weren't canon. You're canon now. You're doing all the fucking work. You have to be the canon.
Yeah. Really.
Okay, what about you guys? What's something you'd want turned into a musical?
Oh.
I don't know if I actually want this to be a musical, but the only thing coming to my mind right now is British Terabithia, and I'm just like, that would be fucking heartbreaking.
Sunrise on the Reaping.
Oh yeah.
With Kobe songs.
Yeah.
Easy.
That would be like even more painful than it already is.
I mean,
Ferris
is
Day
already
Off.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's just be honest. 80s films like Back to the Future, Mrs. Doubtfire, they just make great musicals. Hang on, is Mrs. Doubtfire 90s actually? I don't know.
Oh,
To Google.
One Piece. Oh wait, there's already One Piece film, right?
Mrs. Doubtfire's 1993. But we'll allow it. We'll allow it. Much
Jurassic
like
Park, the musical. We discussed it earlier.
Good.
Gallifrey Cabaret. The people who do Gallifrey Cabaret do a drag night for Jurassic Park, and it's called Life Finds a Sleigh.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it exists.
You've got to have Ian Malcolm singing "I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt" because he spends like the second half of the movie with it half undone.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
I don't think it would work, but Lord of the Rings would be fucking funny.
They've done it. They've done it.
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. Have they done the
Scott
Muppets?
Pilgrim versus
Have
the
they done
World.
Have they done a Muppets version of Lord of the Rings? Ah.
No, but Scott Pilgrim versus the World. There you go.
Yeah. That would be.
Yeah.
I love that.
I thought that was like meant to be a musical.
No.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, same. That's why I was like,
I only watched it like a year or two ago, but it's very good.
Star. Brie Larson's in it.
where did I fucking watch this?
It's great. It's a tiny bit gay. It's great.
Where do I fucking...
Seven Evil Exes, you know.
Oh, I know. I've watched it.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Good.
It was all right. Okay.
That was the most terrifying evil laugh I've ever heard.
Yeah, bring it back for Red Twilight.
Yeah.
Turn into a witch there. Yeah.
I knew that laugh anywhere. Master.
No.
Anyway, Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
I think
Yeah.
Spider-Verse would be really fucking cool as a musical.
The
Is it-
Spider-Man musical, what's it called? Turn Off the Dark is one of the biggest Broadway flops in history.
That's why I'm saying Spider-Verse. Because
Yeah,
you can do
okay.
shit with
Okay.
it.
I'm just saying,
'Cause
check that
my-
shit out. There's a fucking story behind
My
it.
idea for a Spider-Verse one is because obviously you can't do the different animation, do different genres of musical with the different spiders.
I like that.
Is there any others, or do we want to get to the little game round of connections?
Yeah, let's do the game round.
Yeah.
Okay, on to connections. Okay, so for connections, I'll go over it again as I always do. You have to connect the topic of this week's episode to the topic of the next episode. Now, this is the last one of set one, but I have a few little special episodes that will be kind of spread out between now and where set two will be. The first special episode is about the 13th Doctor, because Big Finish released the 13th Doctor audio, and now I'm in love with her again. So, if you've all got something to write down with, or if you're all totally fine, just think about it in your heads, you will have exactly 1 minute to think as many connections on musicals to the 13th Doctor. Your time starts now. And I just talk for this entire bit, just to add suspense and kind of throw people off, because they think, oh, she's talking, I have to be listening, but you don't actually. I'm talking a load of nonsense. Talking a load of nonsense. Cat's making a face. I mean, everyone's technically making a face. We all have faces. But that's beside the point. Halfway there, living on a prayer. No, I did that one already. Keep chatting, throwing people off, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. There's no prize for this, so I don't really care. I should do prizes for this. You get a pat on the back. But who from, I don't know. Someone will just come up and pat you on the back. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Who would like to go first? Are you all just terrified by this random person coming to haunt you and pat you on the back?
I've got some crackers. Okay, let's go. First up, Jodie Whittaker is a woman, and there are women in musicals.
Okay.
Jodie Whittaker sings. There's singing in musicals.
Someone took this a little too literal.
Bradley Walsh is in the 13th Doctor era. He's a man. There are men in musicals. Bradley Walsh is white. There's white people in musicals. There are people in 13th Doctor episodes who've been in musicals.
Do you want to name some of them, Ollie? Maybe narrow it down a bit, you know?
Well, there's
You're doing great, man.
I know, I'm absolutely slaying this.
Yeah.
There's John Barrowman's been in some stage musicals and
There
has
we
a stage
go.
show.
No,
Yeah, there we go.
Put it away, John. No.
Yeah. It was on TV, and on TV you can
why did they
sometimes
put it on
watch
TV?
music.
John, put it away.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I think we've got the gist of all these answers. Jack, you're next.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if you start with woman.
No. I was gonna say that for Children in Need, Jodie Whittaker sang Yellow by Coldplay, and on that same album, David Tennant sang Sunshine on Leaf, which obviously ties back to Sunshine on Leaf, the musical based on the work of Proclaimers. Bradley Walsh has been in musical theatre, including the Prat Pack or the Rat Pack, which Thomas actually mentioned back in the Doctor Who episode, because his parents went to go and see that and got Bradley Walsh to sign his Blu-ray based on that. John Bishop was in Mother Goose, which was a pantomime, but technically that would have had songs in it as well.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I think apart from that, I might be drawing a blank, unfortunately.
Okay.
So,
Nat, did you get any?
I've got two. One of
Okay.
which is Jodie being in The Duchess of Malfi, in which I swear she sings to her child.
She does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not a
She
musical,
opens
but she
the
sings to
show
a child.
with singing because she's in the dress. And she's
She
on the
does as
microphone.
well. Yeah, the show literally opens with her in a red dress singing an entire song in the microphone. I forgot that. And then halfway through, she sings to her child as well. So.
Okay, I cancel. What's your other one?
And
She's
then
also a
the other
woman.
one is 13, directly referencing Hamilton.
Yes! I was really thinking Jack would have got that, but no, he Robined.
you know,
You've
in
got one.
canon, not only did the 13th Doctor go there, but the second Doctor, the 11th Doctor, there are many Doctors that have been to stagings of Hamilton, and she's seen all 900 casts.
They
Type in
have
Hamilton on the wiki.
costumes in Doctor
I do,
Who,
I'm
and
looking
they
at
have
it.
costumes in musicals.
Mm-hmm. There's a little cannon buster for this show.
We don't do.
They
we don't
they
do
have
that.
words in Doctor Who, and there's words in
I've got
musicals.
Do you know what? I think Ollie's won this, guys. I've got to be fair to him. Like the number of connections he's come up with, it's.
He's not mentioned breathing in musicals.
Oh my God, there's breathing in musicals as well, guys. And then Jodie Whittaker's Blonde, and there's a musical called Gentlemen's Prefer Blondes.
Whoa.
Legally Blonde.
Anyway,
Legally Blonde as well.
Legally
wow.
Blonde.
I
that's a
think
musical.
I think that wraps up the.
Don't forget
pod.
Glinda's Blonde.
Cat's
No,
got
Jodie
one.
Whittaker was
Cat-
in
Cat, you wanna throw
Synchroneans.
one in?
There's musical versions
Right.
of that.
Shush.
Ollie, shush.
My one is that Sacha Dhawan, who plays the Master in Jodie Whittaker's The 13th Doctor's era, was in a 2017 production of Alan Bellett's Alleluia, in which he does sing, and it is technically a musical.
Thank God we don't have to end it on Ollie.
Go on, Ollie. Go.
Jodie Whittaker wears hats in some episodes, and there's hats in musicals.
Hang on. No, I've got another one. But in Power of the Doctor, Peter Davison appears, and Peter Davison
Was it Legally Blonde?
Callahan in Legally Blonde. Oh yeah.
And he was King Arthur in Spamalot, and he was also in Gypsy as well, the revival of Gypsy, way back.
Jodie Whittaker has
David
Colin Baker in an
David-
episode who did Doctor Who, the stage play.
Hey, you
And
got one!
also-
You got one!
And also, what are stages also having performed on them? Musicals.
That's a bit close to a 7 Degrees one.
Ryan listens to Stormzy. Stormzy is music. Music are in musicals.
Okay.
Can I
Anyway.
concede all points to Oliver? I think he won that, like fair and square, you know.
Thank
He's
you, Jack.
abusing the system, but he's not wrong.
There's also the words "thank you" in musicals.
Okay, we get it. You're picking everything. Right. Do you guys want to promote your shit? That's a no. Great.
Yes.
Anyway,
Hey, I don't know if you count enough to promote.
I'm the only one taking it up. You can find me on Twitter at Wheel of Cats and also Instagram at Wheel of Cats. I've been at Wheel of Cats. You're also coming out this year, Red Twilight. Talk to me, Red Twilight in November.
yeah, I think we've promoted that on every fucking episode, Jack's been on.
Hey, if they didn't know and they listened to this podcast, then they would know.
Yeah.
What if they didn't? Does he know?
He knows.
Who knows?
Kat and Nat both make fantastic scenes as well. You should check
Oh,
them
yeah,
out.
that's-
77
we do make
years.
We are making a zine at the minute, which
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
coming out soon.
Which will be out.
Our
Is that
focus-
about musicals?
Actually, it's about music. So
Oh.
Yeah, that's
There we go.
okay.
Jodie Whittaker, the
Um,
13th Doctor,
yeah, it's another connection.
and Zine has
Music.
music in it.
Yeah. Well, it's
And
not,
it's-
yeah.
It's
Also,
there's an alien musical in it, an AI space.
Oh yeah.
There
There are musicals. Yeah.
okay.
There are musicals in the zine.
I've lost all control of a pod.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool.
Okay.
Right.
Also, the other thing of 77 years is working with Time Siren to make Red Twilight. And by working with Time Siren, I mean we just gave them Red Twilight and they've done all the work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
we just put it up and that's us.
There's work put into Doctor Who, and there's work put into musicals.
It depends which musical you're
I've
talking
been in
about. Some of them, yeah.
I've been in musicals and I'm making Doctor Who, and I'm making a Doctor Who just after the 13th Doctor, and I'm writing in Doctor Who magazine about doctors that are going to become the 13th Doctor on
Okay.
a page.
Okay.
Like,
If we're gonna play this game, I'm going to promote Stardock because in the next fucking episodes, I sing. And do you know what's playing in the same episodes I'm singing in? The 13th Doctor's theme.
You can find me at _awful_Jack on most social media platforms. I also co-run the Doctor Who podcast, An Awful Lot of Running, as well as do the Doctor Who community show at conventions and things like that, hopefully to branch out with more. Season 2 of the podcast should be coming soon. Some big announcements coming very soon, which hopefully people will be excited about. And apart from that, yeah, Doctor Who Red Twilight coming this year.
Doctor Who was made on Earth, and so were musicals.
Okay, so that was Ollie, what's your at?
What's my at?
Yeah. Just promote your Instagram and get done with it. Come on.
Musical theatre productions usually have Instagrams now, and
I swear to God.
And Doctor Who has Instagram.
people on phones are in musical. People
Yeah.
who own phones star in musicals these
Oh,
days.
yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Phone and-
Okay.
you know.
Please, Ollie, just promote yourself and let this end. End this madness.
My at is my name. Follow if you want. I will give you great commentary. Like, I've seen Doctor Who and I've seen musicals. That's another thing they have in common.
Oliver will be starring in Doctor Who Red Twilight, and has also
I've
done
also
musicals.
starred in musicals, yeah.
Anyway, that's that. Thank God. I'm so tired.
Musicals have colours in them, and so does Doctor Who.
I'm glad this is the last one for set one. This has been Star Power and Everything
Musicals
podcast.
sometimes have sets as well. They have set lists, and this podcast.
Okay,
has
I thought you were about to say fucking sex, and I was like,
musicals also have sex in them. If you've seen Avenue Q,
okay, look. This has been Star Power and Everything podcast, but it's not just an Everything podcast.
They're a
It's an
podcast
everyone.
based around
It's an
musicals.
everyone. It's an everyone podcast. Peace out.
Doctor Who has shouting and musicals have shouting. And this
I'm
has
going
shouting.
to kill the entire planet.
Star needs to be more chill, and there's a musical called Be More Chill.
What?
Jack, just end the fucking recording.
Musical.
If you enjoyed this episode of Star Power and Everything podcast, then please consider subscribing or leaving a comment or maybe a like or a follow or whatever it is your platform that you use for listening to podcasts does. And don't forget to look at the link tree in the description for my socials and my Discord for all things Star Power and Beyond Stars Productions. Thanks for listening.